Hi, I'm Lisa with Unlimited Book Reviews, and today's review is for Skull Meat, a Pangton Noir mystery by Tom Leins. You can see the cover there. Now the stats on this book, if you look on Amazon.com right now, it's listing in under the mystery, thriller, and suspense category at $13.55, and on Amazon.ca it's number 94 under the same thing, mystery, thriller, and suspense, only one more, noir. Now I didn't know what that meant, but basically it means the protagonist is not a detective, but instead either a victim, a suspect, or a perpetrator. So, kind of interesting to know, learn something new every day. So it is a series. There is a sequel called Meat Bubbles. I'll be reviewing that on July 10th. This is actually more of an introductory story to this particular series, and it's the first book in the series. It's 50 pages long. So the main character in it, his name is Joe Rey, and he is kind of like a private eye. It's written in first person from his point of view. Book description. Hired by mobster Marie Andretti to ransack the office of a morbidly obese local nightclub owner, Swollen Rollin' Smart, Pangton private investigator Joe Rey quickly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous cat and mouse game, which leaves him fighting for his life. His quest for answers and vengeance sees him plunge headfirst into the queasy underbelly of the grubby little seaside town he calls home. Rey is a man with a dark past and, it seems, very little future. Welcome to Pangton Noir. Author's note: this book contains scenes and language that readers of a sensitive disposition may find disturbing. So hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, Pangton Noir. Pangton. And that you'll forgive me if I am saying it wrong. The originality in it, yes, there's definitely lots of that. Some suspense, lots of humor, drama and conflict, and mystery, because you're just kind of getting into the action and you're thrown right into it. And it does have some really great scenes in it. So as far as the action and suspense end of it goes, it kicks off really quick, even in this small book. About 16% into the book, you're right in the thick of the action, and it keeps on going. You know, by the time you're 44% into the book, you're kind of like, what? Is this person even going to live through this? Does anybody live through this? It winds down about 91% in the book with a real gruesome action part of it. There's definitely violence in it. I would think people are dying. You don't always know. And there's definitely some darkness and gore. So if that's not your thing, this isn't for you, but it's a really good book, and it's definitely open to the sequels. I'm looking forward to reading Meat Bubbles. The book was written by Tom Leins. I'm not really sure exactly how to pronounce that either, but I found it very easy to read. With the way it was written in first person, it really kept your focus on what he was seeing and what he was dealing with. I didn't see any typos, no weird inconsistencies except for what you don't know or maybe understand about the setting and where he's at. You're left hanging a little bit at the end, although what he was working on at the time winds down. He just feels a little played at the time. It looks like this author has about 5 books that I could tell on Amazon, and 3 of them look like they're in Kindle Unlimited, so if you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, you can read them. I definitely thought it was good, an okay to good book. It was definitely bloody. I picked some really great quotes to kind of give you a general idea of the book. I smashed the pint glass into his temple, It shatters on impact. I slam a punch into his gut, but his girth absorbs the blow, so I slam his blubbery skull into the wall for good measure. It bounces like a bad check, and he crumples to the floor. So there's lots of good adjectives happening in his writing. From what I hear, you're about as popular as an HIV-positive skell in the Channing's Wood shower block. That was said by Wetlook. And I looked up Channing's Wood. It's actually a prison. So it's funny. Before I can stop myself, watery sick pours from my mouth and splatters on my boots. There was, right at the same time of this, my own gagging during the book, as the confrontation was in a men's restroom. And I definitely, if you've ever read that book by Stephen King where the guy gets locked into the porta potty, that kind of stuff really, really grosses me out. And so I felt exactly like that description. So the reviews right now, there's 12 reviews on Amazon, a 4.7 out of 5 right now. Cole2910 says, low-life characters, grimy watering holes, seedy nightclubs, and dingy brothels, a private investigator or two, a midget and a pornographer, teenage strippers and prostitutes, a beating, a stabbing, and lots more. Joe Rey is on a case, and plenty of blood is going to get spilled. And then Morgan Boyd's title line said, a viciously delectable read. E. Hobart says, one of the nastiest stories I've read all year, and I mean that as a compliment. Really enjoyed it. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that. And thanks so much for stopping by.